I have to wake up at 5:30.
Blake has to wake up at 5:30. The Avs did not care. Neither did TNT, to be completely honest. TNT, as always, did not start the game on time. But you know who did start the game on time? The Colorado Avalanche, as they pick up their first W of the season. Now, Blake, are you feeling a little bit of deja vu right now?
No.
Okay, well, this is the
You
second.
eat your cake. I have a cookie.
Cookie?
I have a golden Oreo.
Cookie Eaters Avalanche
I have a
podcast.
golden Oreo.
I get good
Ready?
cake this year, not dorm cake.
Oh, that's good. Ready?
Oh, no, hold on. This package
okay.
won't open. Anyways, the reason I said deja vu is because the Avs win the game 5-2. The exact same scoreline as they won their first game last year.
And four points from Mikko.
Again.
Who's just so good.
He's really good in home opener and just the opening game of the season.
I just think he's really good.
He's just very good. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I got strawberry shortcake for Sam because he's short. Here we go. Oh. That's good cake. All right. So, I mean, this was it was a pretty I would say this is if you want to, I don't know. There was definitely some stuff about this hockey game that was not good about hockey. I think if you wanted to give someone a good representation of just what the hockey, the sport is like, this game had a lot of everything.
I wouldn't show it to someone because I don't know. Just all the stuff that's bad about hockey kind of happened.
Yeah, bad hits, bad reffing.
Bad hits, bad refs. Weird bouncing pucks, bad ice.
Dude slipping all over the place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you noticed, but in some spots the ice was too wet. It's the puck wouldn't go.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't notice that as much as I noticed just a lot of players slipping, which isn't really.
It's always a thing at that arena.
Yeah. You know, it's that SoCal heat.
It's because they have. Humidity. It's because they have 17 events in there in a day.
Yeah. It's because Will Ferrell's too hot.
Mm-hmm. Vince Vaughn was there too.
Yeah.
Vince Vaughn.
The King's style of play wasn't the only thing that was old school tonight. Ew. Anyways, so this game, Nathan MacKinnon. Do we do our first goal predictions on the last podcast? I don't think we did.
Yeah, I said Lecky.
You said Lecky?
I mean, I don't think we did, but I just said Lecky today.
I said Lecky. So in the article
I was just feeling the Lecky vibes.
Mile High Hockey, I said Nuke. So we kind of went with the same kind of vibe.
And we'll get to it, but that second line is not good. Top line
was not the best, yeah.
The top line is just too good, though, so you can't take it apart. You can't move things around. It was just too good.
Those first three goals were about as chalk as you possibly could pick. If you could pick the first three goal scorers, I don't think I've ever seen that before. You know, last year Andrew Cogliano, the year before that Jack Johnson, this year Nathan MacKinnon.
Mm-hmm.
It was quite the night for the Avs. Big
and
players.
They looked bored doing it too.
Yeah, I mean,
it was just a night's work for them.
I felt last year in the preseason I saw a little bit more zip out of Nate than I did this year. I don't think he was lackluster or anything this year. I just felt like he was definitely I feel like the entire, last year he was short off season, preseason, still kind of buzzing. Whereas this year he was okay, long off season, preseason. I'm bored now. I want to play real hockey.
Mm-hmm.
And he was ready for it. Nathan MacKinnon was absolutely ready for real hockey. And I thought Mikko looked a little bit rusty to start. He didn't play those last few preseason games because he was injured, but he did not look rusty for very long.
He just casually strolls around all game and has 4 points.
He was dope.
Just typical.
And And both of them were just like reverse hitting every player on the Kings they could. Nathan MacKinnon
They
was
were.
most.
I mean, Mikko Rantanen just took a run at Anze Kopitar, just like skating through the middle. He was like, "I guess I'm just gonna do this," and he just ran him over. Like, I did.
And then
It was just funny. Like they straight up bullied the Kings. When's the last time the Avs have bullied the Kings? It's
the
been a long
clo-
time.
the closest thing they've gotten to bullying the Kings is when Makar made Anze Kopitar like throw his water bottle in rage.
Yeah, but like, but
Physically,
like
never.
physically bully the
Yeah,
Kings. Like, when's the
yeah.
last time you seen an Avs team do that? Like, it was like the Kings were like, we're gonna play this way, and the Avs were like, okay. Like,
Well,
we
yeah.
are
You
too.
see, big old Pierre-Luc Dubois, like Nathan MacKinnon is at a full stop. Pierre-Luc Dubois has full momentum going against him, and Nathan MacKinnon just shrugs him off. He's like,
It's
I
just
don't
nothing. Yeah.
I don't know who you are. He just kind of was bullying Pierre-Luc Dubois tonight.
All the Kings players. Sam Girard injured Blake Lizotte.
Sucks for Blake Lizotte, but I mean it was a clean hit. Like
Bowen Byram takes 2 boarding penalties in the third period. Like,
I don't know what was with Bo tonight. He was mad.
he played bad.
This was not a very good Bo game. I think they need to put him on his regular side.
They need to take him away from Girard.
Yeah.
They need to put him with Manson or Kale. But yeah, that's kind of the problem, is like mixing and matching the depth on both sides of the like defense and the forwards as well.
Get
Because
Caleb
those two
Jones up
top
here.
is the top pairing, Taves Makar, and the top line, Drew and MacKinnon Rantanen. Like,
You don't want to mess with it.
you just can't really change them. It's just too good.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, we'll see. I think my preferred thing would be to move to Tar up for Lehkonen probably.
Yeah, this is like I don't know what we need to do. We need to grab Jared Bednar by his big strong shoulders, shake him, and be like, Arturi Lehkonen and Val Nichushkin do not work together. Stop trying it.
It's been proven. And like Johansson held his own in terms of details, I thought, where it was just like you don't need to give him both of these guys for security.
Yeah,
Just
no, a bit too much. But
yeah.
I mean, I think they both like. I think they looked good as individuals. I just don't think that line works well together. Kind of the same thing as the third line, but the third line kind of produced a little bit more. They found their groove as the game went on.
It's just Tatar is just it's just a misfit there. So if you put Lekin in there, like it's like you have 2 second lines almost then.
You put Lekin in there, teams are gonna hate playing against that fucking third line.
They're gonna hate playing against every line.
That's true.
Because over the boards, here comes Drew and MacKinnon Rantanen. Okay, great. You don't have the puck for 60 seconds.
Yeah, they're not gonna physically
great.
bully
Awesome.
you.
You finally get it back. Then you have Tatar, Johansson, and Chushkin coming to try to get it, and they're gonna. And then the next guys you have to deal with is Colton, Wood, and Tatar, who just like
hit everything that moves.
Yeah, you know what a pancake block is in football?
Yeah.
Where it's like people make fun of you for getting pancaked. That's what it is the entire time when those 3 are on the ice. It's just pancake after pancake.
The pancake line. That's sick. They should put they need to put them together now. I want to call that the pancake line.
It's just pancake after pancake with those dudes.
Oh,
and then comes the 4th line, and it's the Busy Bees.
Yeah.
It's
when it's
LOC, Cogliano, and Olofsson. And I thought Olofsson was great tonight. And
yeah, the only play that I was like, "What you doing?" was when he like didn't get the puck out on the penalty kill. But I thought it was so funny that O'Connor's like, "You have to get that out, get that out." Like LSU's clearly like telling him,
just yapping.
Yeah.
But like seriously though, there's nothing you can do. Like
it's there's a lot of options this team has.
Even though it didn't completely gel tonight, like you see the vision where you're just like,
right.
Okay.
I mean, it's the first game of the season.
Like you see Miles Wood, Logan O'Connor, and Ross Colton all falling over in the crease on top of each other, trying to dig for a rebound. And you're like, okay, I see it.
That was so good.
Mhm.
That like if one of those guys just had a touch more skill, that'd be a dope third line. Like pretty much O'Connor. If O'Connor had a bit more skill, that'd be like a really good third line.
I mean, I'm sure once there's injuries, that's gonna have to be a combo at some point, and it's gonna be just
Yeah.
fine.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just saying, like this, it's nasty, and the defense, like Jack Johnson, it's a bit of a wild ride tonight. We he drew a penalty. That was fun, and then
Should have drawn two.
yeah, he should have, and then he was behind the net and he got smoked by Carl Grunstrom and then scored on. So that was not the best, but I feel like other than him, the defense was just it's just gonna be great.
Well then well, I mean, even he had his moment. There's the one
Yeah,
play where Kevin Fiala just comes to him and he's just like, sit the fuck down.
yeah. Pancake.
Cake. And another guy, like, I don't think he was special or anything, but I mean, coming off your first game in months off of a torn labrum,
Josh Manson was so good.
Josh Manson was
I like you
Josh
said,
Manson was
nothing
Josh
special.
Manson.
Like you said, nothing special, but it was just he was healthy.
Yeah.
And you could see it where you're like, okay, this is Josh Manson.
Yeah, he was laying his body out really effectively, I thought.
Hmm.
I think with the puck, I don't think it was like he wasn't setting the world on fire. But
No, but it wasn't terrible.
no, like he joined the rush a few times, made a fine play.
Hmm.
It's nothing like you're not offended at it, you know. That's kind of what you hope to get out of Josh Manson on most nights.
Exactly. And tonight, I'm not even looking at any fancies tonight.
I
I
am
just
because
don't
guess
I just don't feel like there's a point in it for me.
big
It's just
big Curtis McDermott,
oh yeah, how
100%
many
Corsi.
minutes? How many minutes?
3.
Oh, yeah.
Olofsson at 5.
He should have gotten more because okay, so here's the
Well, they
problem
were
with
on the
that.
penalty kill a lot. So
Right, but here
that's on 5v5, by the way.
oh,
Like
okay.
all
Olafson's like PK.
situations,
Yeah,
they
good.
had Olofsson had 9 at all situations. Not
That's fine.
yeah. First game, I don't.
So they did a good job keeping McDermott below the other two. Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
thought.
mean, we could go through the goals here.
Yeah, I mean, what more do you want on your like? This is just a showcase of all world talent on this first goal.
Just a clinic, and they just look bored
Yeah, I mean,
doing
from
it.
top to bottom, Makar just walks by a dude, zips a pass to Devon Taves on the breakout. Taves puts a nice chip in. Duran gets it.
Feeds it to Miko, and Miko like this pass is just
Pass is outrageous.
it's just stupid, and he's just standing there. Like it just looks so casual. Like he's just standing there besides the net, and you don't like you're not scared if you're the Kings, right? But then
Should
he
be.
just like feathers the puck like perfectly under two sticks right to Nathan MacKinnon, who's streaking down the middle, and it's the easiest goal ever. You know, like
Yeah, I
all
mean, maybe
right,
you should cover that guy.
it's like all right, I guess just like the thing about Miko Rantanen is that he's just dangerous from anywhere. Like it doesn't matter where he has the puck. It's a problem for you if you're the other team. So
Yeah, no,
that's what makes him so good.
this is something we didn't see a whole lot of last year, partially because of the talent he played with, but that he's so good at that like behind the net distributing.
Yeah,
That little sauce pass he does, like it's one of the like the cornerstones of his game. I think it's like you think of
yeah.
like a few plays that Miko Rantanen does. It's that sauce pass, it's the one timer, and it's his backhander.
Sorry, it's hot, man. It's hot in here. I have to
It's
crack
hot
the
in
window.
here.
Gotta crack
Take
the window.
well,
I
here's
don't know
those.
why.
Why not? So yeah, I mean, this first goal, really good. I don't really have like a lot else to say about it. It's just simple, easy, effective hockey from your best players, and that's how you win hockey games. You know, I was thinking about this before the game. You know, with all these new guys, it's hard for them to adjust. So it's really on these big players to get them through the game. And like I think there was definitely an adjustment period for the newer players, but they found their footing in the end.
It's not that hard of a system to be successful in.
No, especially for like these fast guys. Just you go
Yeah,
fast, play your position, go fast. Easy game.
exactly.
And
So
so, Blake, the second goal, I'll just you do your thing.
second goal. What do I remember? I don't even remember the second goal.
It's a cake snack.
Don't remember much these days. Oh yeah, delicious. I mean, it's just quick little snap, and then he gives him the business, and then it's just a quick little wrister, top glove. And it's just a free cake stack, and it was just it was delicious, and
One of the faster. I mean, so in his like NHL career, that's one of the faster first goals he's ever had. It's probably
yeah,
the
true,
fastest outside of the Calgary.
very true. He's
One,
usually a
but
slow starter, but
yeah,
he did not start slow today because he just dominated the whole game up and down the ice. No players on his level.
I feel like if we saw him in that last preseason game, in this game today, no idea that he was injured, and then they said like after the fact, oh, he's injured. Everybody would be like, "Are you sure? Are you
Are you
sure he
sure?
was injured?"
Yeah.
Because I still don't believe it.
No, no, he's not. That's honestly like that game right there is one of the most complete Kale Makar games I can remember.
I've never seen a player dominate so much and get so unlucky. I will say
That's true too. Like
both
that
penalties are
Byfield
complete
goal.
dog shit.
Yeah, the two penalties are not even penalties. But what I mean, we could just do this now. Like the referees were really bad. I'm not usually one to like complain about it, but like it was to the point tonight where it was like, oh my God.
Yeah, there were a few things that really stood out to me, which
Well,
was
4 of the penalties that the Avs had to kill weren't even penalties. That
yeah,
was the frustrating part.
is that they call whatever that hook was on Nichushkin that Pierre-Luc Dubois falls from. Now I want you to remember this because we're gonna go to the net to one of the next stupid calls, which is Cale Makar gets hooked and then he gets called for embellishment after being actually hooked.
Well, it's a can opener, so like of course he's gonna fall.
Yeah, like if they're just completely removing any precedent of the game. They set a precedent that they're gonna call the dude who hooks the dude, and he like Pierre-Luc Dubois is like 6 foot like 6 or something. He's ridiculous. He's tall, and he's not a weak skater. Like you can't not call that and then turn around and call the other one. And then there's a whole bunch. The Byram's second penalty is questionable. Like it's a shoulder
Oh,
on
the
shoulder.
second Byron penalty is a clean hit. Like that's just as clean as it gets. And Kempe just gets bullied
Yeah, Kempe's just
by
not in
Bo
a
and Byron.
position to take
That's
the
all it
hit.
is. And he gets hurt, and the referee sees him down, and it's like, oh, I better call a penalty.
Yeah,
The
that's
first Bo one is like the only penalty of the night for the Avs, where you're like, okay, yeah, that's a penalty.
yeah. The Duran one was a little bit. I thought like it was a fine call. Just
It just seems like the Kings do that all game to the
that's
Avs, though,
exactly
where
what
they,
I was gonna say. Like
yeah,
there was literally before Nichushkin took his hooking penalty, he got like grabbed from
right,
behind, and I'm like,
yeah.
okay,
So with
like
the Druid one, it's like, okay, yes, that's a hold, but why are the Kings allowed to do that the entire game? So
yeah. And then we get to the. It's not real. This one's not as really directly involved in the first goal. That interference call I think is probably something that should have been called, but I mean, I saw Miles Wood finish a check kind of late, and they didn't call it. I just think that's one of those calls where it's like the situation that led to a clear advantage for the Kings. But the one that's really bad is that the clear, like Philip Deneau just tries to take Ross Colton's hand off.
yeah, that was really dirty.
That was bad.
Yeah, like it was. like I think less of Phil Deneau now after that. Like that's how
Mhm.
bad it was. You can't just chop a guy's arm in two. Like that's just not allowed. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, no, the just officiating and just the general chippiness of the game.
Yeah. I mean, there's that
Because
need that
when you're calling stuff that's not penalties, everyone's getting frustrated and then just kind of boiled over.
right, and I think this was something I noticed. I don't think Duran was, like, bad or anything, but there was clearly a drop off in his noticeability after that penalty call. Like, there was a play coming back where he, like, laid off a dude because he didn't wanna get called for a penalty.
I agree. I saw Wood do it a lot too,
Yeah.
where he'd be trailing a guy and he'd, you know, just back checking, just, standard hockey play, and he wouldn't want to physically engage because he knew that if the Kings player fell over, got breathed on or something, it's going to be a penalty. So definitely frustrating.
Yeah. And then
Um,
I really don't know what else Pierre-Luc Dubois can do to get a 5-minute penalty on that knee. That was
it was like the
pretty
most,
blatant.
I think, just injury
Yeah, it was
to
just because he
Olafson.
wasn't injured. Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
I think that's the only reason that's a 2-minute minor. But
And
yeah,
I I don't think the refs did anything wrong on this play. I just because I don't think there's any rule for it. But you should not be allowed to body slam dudes in a fight.
no, you shouldn't be, especially with their helmets off.
Yeah,
And
like
also, you shouldn't be allowing players. So I don't know if you noticed this, but Drew Doughty at the beginning of the game, there was a scrum after it was the one where Fiala shot the puck into the net way after the whistle. Drew
yeah,
Doughty just starts punching Bowen Byram in the back of the head, like over and over and over.
yeah. I wonder why Bo was a little bit mad at the
And you're
Kings.
just like, give me a break with this. Like the Kings are a bunch of losers and have been since 2014. Like that's just what they've done since 2014. It's just lost a bunch of games. So
Yeah.
I can see why they're frustrated. Um, but like just a lot of low key dirty stuff just
Yeah.
around the edges of the game from them that went uncalled that should have been
Also,
called, and
how does
then you see the Avs getting called for, you know,
soft stuff?
and you're just like,
Makar
it's
plays
very
defense and it
frustrating.
gets called for a penalty.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, it's like, look, I understand embellishment has become a little bit more of a prevalent issue in the game today, but the refs' first problem, the thing that they are there to do is to keep players safe. Embellishing isn't like there was nothing dangerous about that embellishment. When a dude
no,
like Jamie Benn, like a few nights ago, goes like twirling around and hits two dudes in the face with a stick, yeah,
yeah,
that's dangerous. It's also high sticking, but like you gotta focus on the actual harmful things in the game. And I don't
right,
really think they did a good job of that. The other
no,
thing that I thought was weird was on the second Kings goal. Everybody was confused why the puck was at center ice. Now they replayed it. The Kings guy
it was
absolutely
a
did
good
touch
call.
it. Good call. My problem is no one was going to call that until Drew Doughty started telling them it wasn't. And to me, if I'm an Avs player or a coach,
Yeah,
I'm like, what the fuck? You can't just listen to what Drew Doughty says and decide to change your mind. Like
right,
that's not proper officiating
yeah,
procedure. If you
definitely
allow
frustrating.
a player to change your mind and it's not Cale Makar literally denying a penalty, then
Yeah,
you
yeah, that's definitely not within the integrity of the game. And like embellishment is an integrity of the game penalty. So like, what is it? Is it
yeah.
listen to
It,
a guy? I just don't understand sometimes. It just feels like it's so random.
but
And like that is going to be one of the worst officiated games of the year, like
yeah.
easily. It doesn't get much worse than
Any
that.
game
And
with
so
Steve Pizzari.
it was a big part of the game. Like we cannot skip over it tonight because it was a big part of the game and how frustrating it was for everyone watching and I'm sure everyone playing. So,
Yeah, no, it was.
And I'm proud of the Avs for having the mental strength to
Yeah, and this is something
get
that I'd
through
like
it.
that I want to touch on after we get through these goals here, but um so we kind of brushed by it. We could talk about these other I mean we kind of talked about the Grunstrom goal. Um it's kind of like a set of unfortunate circumstances for the Avs on that one, but we did brush by Miko's goal. Um
Yeah, just 6-9. Cam
yeah.
Talbot's net was open for business tonight.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. I didn't like think he was super duper awful, but
Oh, no.
that was not good. That was not good.
No, it was not.
Um Sorry, then we get to the end of the second period. And then whatever that goal was happened.
Yeah, so King's second goal. I mean, MacKinnon tries to push the face off. I actually don't mind it. I kind of like the play. Try to push the face off and go on a breakaway really quick. And like I see people flaming him all over for doing it, but it's like you have four defensemen. You have four other players for three Kings players. Like I like the numbers still there. It's just Makar gets caught falling asleep a little bit, and not even really because
He gets back.
he gets back and he breaks up the play. It just bounces perfectly off his stick and into the net.
Yeah. Not
So
not the Avs' luckiest moment. That's one of those ones right before the end of the period where you're just like, yikes. You
we
know,
are like,
that's
yeah, this isn't great hockey from the Avs, but it's not. It's also just not that bad
yeah,
either.
they're not getting their share of the breaks. But
Right.
um
Like the Avs did
so
not deserve to get scored on in that play
no.
at all.
That was quite nonsense. Unfortunate. But here's one thing I want to talk about. So I know there's a lot of, last year especially. I don't even know why last year especially. It wasn't really that big of a thing, but losing leads for the Avs was a prevalent issue. I know there were some people who were like weirded out about it because of preseason stupid. But
Mhm.
what do you think? Like, do you think this is something that they can like kind of build off of? You give up a weird goal like that towards the end of the
Absolutely.
period, gives you a one goal, cuts the goal to one, and really good third period. What do you think?
Well, yeah, I mean, we saw it last year where if they didn't get to 3, it it was anyone's ball game at that point because they would go up 2-0 a lot last year, and you'd be feeling good, and then all of a sudden it's 3-2 for the other team. You're like, "Okay, how did we get here?" But I feel like since they just got to 3 tonight, it just made it so much easier because it's really hard to come back from 3 goals because, like, especially against a good team too, because, like, the Kings pushed a lot and they got 2 back. The Avs still have elite players who can just score at any time. So and that's what Brandon did on a shot from Jack Johnson, so that made it
Yeah,
4-2, and it was just over. Like, really, the Kings didn't have much of a push after that, and the Avalanche did a really good job at just, 30-second shifts, get the puck in deep, take your chances if they're there. If not, just deep and go for a change. So, really, definitely you can build off of that and how they just made it look so easy in the 3rd period. So, that was
yeah.
impressive.
The third period was very very well executed. There were some iffy points. It was really just on the the penalty kill where it got. But I mean we could talk about this. We're here anyways. What did you think of the Avs penalty kill? Because last year 2 goals given up in the first game. This year they kill to start the season. They kill off 5 penalties.
Yeah.
And that's with 3 dudes playing significant minutes on your penalty kill that have never played that have never really consistently played on the
Yeah.
penalty kill before. What did you think of those 3?
I think as a unit, just in general, I wasn't in love. I felt like they gave up a lot of stuff, um, and they got bailed out by Georgiev a lot. But individuals I liked. Like, I really liked Josh Manson on the PK, really liked Ross Colton. Surprisingly, I really liked Miles Wood on the PK. I didn't think Miles Wood was gonna be a PK guy going into the season, and then
I
I
did not
saw him on the
either.
PK. There was this one play where Josh Manson, it was his low light of the night, in my opinion. He got caught chasing in the same corner as
With
Gerard,
you.
and Wood noticed it, came down from his point and helped out and broke up the play and cleared it, and I was like, "Wow, that's just good killing." Like, I didn't know that this was something you did, and so I liked Wood on the PK. Not sure I love Tatar there. Obviously, he's just trying stuff, and then all the rest of the guys who are good were just good, like they always are, like
Yeah.
LOC, and I liked Olofsson on the PK
W-
too, and
I mean, we've long been like on the Sam Gerard penalty kill train, but he was
he was
really good
really
at it
good.
tonight. I think
Mhm.
I think this was a good showcase of why speed matters for a penalty
Yeah,
killer. You know,
absolutely,
because they put Miles Wood on there. Does really good.
right,
Sam Gerard, really good. Obviously, we know
absolutely.
Logan O'Connor, Andrew
Yeah.
Cogliano.
Well, like, being big and bad on a PK isn't the best because
Yeah,
it's
just
you're
being
not
a
hitting
pylon.
people in the corners when you're on the PK, really, like, you can't go to the corner if you're defending on the PK, or else you lose one of the 4 guys in the middle of the ice, you know? So, it's about body positioning, and it's easier to have good body positioning if you have good feet, so
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. When you might be big, but you're really not like Curtis McDermott is big, but he's not like when
Mhm.
you're standing like with your kind of just standing like in a regular hockey position to block a shot, he's not taking up that much more space than Sam
Right.
Gerard is.
Well, take a look at Eric Johnson from last year. Eric Johnson, everyone thought of him as this, he's a big veteran penalty kill defensive guy. He was terrible at the PK, and it's because he couldn't move.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta be able to move, and, like, that's why, like, Jack Johnson,
Diving all over the ice isn't a viable penalty killing strategy.
it's it's better than, like it's better than some guys, but, like, it's tough to watch. It's not atrocious, just compared to the other defensemen who are so polished, like Taves, Gerard, Manson, Makar even, on the PK, like, I'm definitely of the opinion that you need good feet on your PK, so but
Yeah.
no, I the unit wasn't the best, but, I liked individuals.
And there was they definitely hemorrhaged a little bit more, a few more chances, but yeah, like I mean, we were saying it last year when they were doing not good. I mean, obviously it was worse than it can be, but penalty kill takes a minute to get going.
Yeah,
Special teams is always a little bit
totally. Special teams and defensive zone coverage always takes until about game 15, 16 to really hit its stride, I feel like.
yeah,
Although power play, I feel like power play can just go so hot and cold that it doesn't really apply. But definitely PK and like defensive zone, which I know the Avs gave up a lot of shots. I actually will take a look. I will take a look at the natural stat trick page for tonight. I haven't pulled it up
um,
yet. I'm just curious how they fared at 5v5.
right,
Yeah, it felt pretty even to me. Yeah. Yeah, like pretty good. Looks pretty good to me.
yeah. It was a good game. I thought, especially like how well. I mean, outside of Pittsburgh, most home teams have won their home openers so far. It's pretty
Mhm.
common. Most teams win their home openers, even no
Yeah.
matter how. good the team is. So and especially against a good team like the Kings, it's, impressive to go to get that win, especially with such a new roster. It's, it's the first game of the season, and if they had lost, it wouldn't be a big deal. They win, it's not a huge deal, but they showed some good things, and there's definitely things to take away from this game. Is there? I mean, real quick, I mean, we haven't really touched on him, but your Vezina campaign for Aelxandar Georgiev got off to a hot start.
Yeah, I mean, he's just so good. I don't know what else to say about him.
Yeah.
He was a little shaky early with the rebounds, but then that completely went away after the first period. We didn't see a rebound the rest of the game. Everything was just gobbled up or kicked to the corner. Like,
Yeah.
and honestly, like, both of the goals are just like, yeah, that goes in on everyone, really, you know. And he
Yeah,
makes
no,
he,
those are.
he makes a lot of really, really good saves.
I mean, yeah, the second goal is nonsense, and the first goal is like a dude wide open in the slot.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no, he did a really good job, especially on the penalty kill.
Yeah, on that PK when it was 3-2, this was a key point in the game. It was 3-2 Avs. The Avs were going on the PK, and the Kings had all the momentum. Building's rocking. They get a great A right in front of the net, and Georgiev is just stone cold.
Yeah, no,
Puck gets cleared. Kings don't even come close to scoring the rest of the power play or the rest of the game, for that
there
matter.
were some really nice saves he made. He really controlled the chaos well. I don't think he, kind of,
Yes,
yeah.
that's like my favorite thing about him is he doesn't get like you see Frankie all the time where he's just like, whoa, he gets stressed, when there's a lot of people around him, he gets stressed. I'm like, that's okay. I would too. I would be terrible at goalie.
Right, yeah.
But Georgiev, like, he's one of those kids where he's like, he's watching his show, when you're a kid and you're watching like Mickey Mouse, right? This is Alexander
Yeah.
Georgiev. He's watching Mickey Mouse, and his mom's like, Alex, like it's time for dinner. Nothing. He's so entranced with the Mickey Mouse on the TV. It's like, Alex, it's time for dinner. Nothing. He's so focused on the TV. That's Alexander Georgiev, except it's on the puck and the play around him, and it's not on the chaos right in front of him or next to him. It's always on the play and the puck and stopping it. And that's what's so impressive to me.
I know he's, I know it's going to be interesting to see how he plays this season because, I mean, we saw it last year, we saw it this year. He wasn't like carried to wins or good stats or anything. He earned what he was given. It's just,
Oh my God, yeah.
yeah. I don't think there's any reason he can't improve or at least repeat what he did last year. So,
I mean, yeah, his performance tonight was just so surgical and
yeah,
so
and
good.
for goalies, it can take a while to get going as well. So
I mean, we saw this last year with him too. It did not take a while. He's just dialed always. And yeah, he's gonna have some off nights this year. Probably, 5 to 8 of them.
He's
Where
a
you're like,
person.
okay, not a Gorgie night, but that's okay.
Yeah.
It's the other 45, 50 games where he's on it, and I just think the Avs, if they're gonna win another cup, they're gonna need that. So I was very impressed.
It was a good game all around from him. I'm encouraged. Now is there anything else that you want to touch on?
That's about it. It was not the best hockey game
No.
just to watch, but it was nice that the Avs are back. It was good to get the Kings out of the way early.
God, I hate the
Now they
Kings.
get to go have a couple fun ones. Hopefully beat up on a bad team on Sunday, I think the game is.
Saturday.
I thought they got Oh yeah, it is Saturday. It's Thursday now. It's the next day. They do get 2 days off. It's just past midnight.
And then they play Seattle on Tuesday.
So a couple fun ones.
Revenge.
God,
they better. I'm not gonna say they better kick their ass, but they better like give them the what for.
Oh, they will.
They better. All right, let's give our 3 stars. One disappointing player. I don't know.
Okay. Disappointing player. Get it out of the way first. How about let's just go. Bo would be like the obvious answer. I'm gonna say Ross Colton for me. I know. Weird. I really just didn't like it at 5v5 at all. I loved him on the PK. It's just 5v5 was just a struggle for me.
His effort was good. He definitely had some execution problems.
Yeah, effort's great everywhere. It's just, yeah. Puck was not in the right end at 5v5 a lot for him. But yeah, him and Bo, and I would say Tatar too, he just didn't really.
Yeah, he didn't jump off the page at me.
He doesn't look bad, but I don't think he's being utilized correctly. But yeah, who's your disappointing player?
My disappointing player is the officials.
Yes.
Yeah. I was definitely disappointed, and I less so with Colton just because of what he did on the penalty kill and that effort he had on the empty netter. Also, by the way, Miles Wood 20 goal trade. Here we go. Let's go.
Yeah, I'll give you a little speech for about when I mention him in my 3 stars here in a second.
All right. So who's your 3rd star? Is he your 3rd star?
He is my 3rd star. So I spent an entire offseason just bagging the guy for taking penalties and being dumb and not playing good defense. Well, none of those were true tonight. He played smart hockey. He was solid in his own zone, and he was everywhere. That
all-white stick is hard to miss also.
Oh, true. You get anywhere near the puck, just you're getting hit or he's stealing it from you. Yeah. You better buckle up. He's a problem for the other team, and he's not skilled when he gets it in tight. There's 0 finish, but that's okay. That's okay.
That one play in front of the net was.
He tries to stuff it in every time.
It put a little bit of a hamper on my 20 goal expectation, but you know what? Maybe 20 empty netters.
For it. Yeah. But that's the thing about him is he's gonna try to stuff it in every time, and unfortunately for him, there's no hole in the pads. So, if he could find a crease here or there, that'd be great, but you just gotta keep doing that because that is so effective, and I feel like it's so repeatable for him to do, and it's exactly what the Avs have been missing from their bottom 6 for as long as I can remember. Jeez.
Yeah. That's usually
a heavy and fast 3rd line.
It's just it's been an explicitly kind of fourth line thing. It's been a 4th line thing.
Yes, to be heavy.
Yeah.
And you even go back to the cup year, your 3rd line in your most healthy version is Comfer, Burakovsky, Newhook, which is not heavy. It's very skilled, but it's not heavy, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's just the perfect 3rd line player, and I'm excited to watch him for the rest of the year. Just so much chaos.
As long as he stays
so many
smart.
pancakes. So many pancakes. Just putting guys on their asses. Who's your 3rd star?
My 3rd star is Cale Makar.
Okay. Yeah.
I thought Cale was great. From the first second, he's just skating by dudes. He's just oh, you're like a grown man. No, you're not. You're a child. Get out of here. I don't
bucket. I'm around you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I I'd love to hear just a live feed of what Cale Makar sounds like. I feel like I don't think he does, but it'd be so funny if he just chirped a dude every time he skates past him.
You sure? But he'd be the kind of guy who'd just be like, "Sorry, I have to do this. I have to go score."
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's like Cale Makar has a little bit of a psycho streak in him. Like I remember, like he smiles sometimes after he destroys a dude. I
Does
remember,
smile after he fights people.
yeah, and then it was
Yeah.
it was the 21-22 season where it was some coyote he absolutely dumped, and then
Mhm.
he just called him dog shit. He was like, "You're so dog shit."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay, damn."
Mhm. He
But
wasn't wrong.
yeah, when he plays the Coyotes,
It's a him and Nate thing.
yeah,
It's just a personal matter. We'll never know why.
it's because they hate Arizona. They're like, God, it's so damn hot.
Yeah.
They're they're good Canadian boys. They don't like the heat.
Second star for me
Hurts their pasty
was
skin.
Miko.
Okay, Miko's
It
a good
was just
one.
Miko. It was just 4 points, and he was just moosing around the whole night. And he did one stupid thing in the first period where I was like, "Oh my, is it gonna be one of those nights?" And then he cut the bullshit, and he dominated the rest of the game.
Yeah, yeah.
Then my first star is Kale because I just thought it was
First
so
stars
good to
go.
see him look healthy and dominate a hockey game. It made me excited.
My second star was Nate, and then my first star is Miko. I thought Nate was really good.
I thought he
Um,
was fine.
he was like doing some just some weird stuff with the puck. Like
Yeah.
he was really trying to force the puck a little bit, but he
Mhm.
still like he was buzzing so much that just kind of was like he like set
Yeah.
the tone for the game. I feel like I don't think he
Yeah.
played like super
I
great from
agree.
Nathan
He did
MacKinnon
set the
standards,
tone. That's a good way to
but
put it.
he absolutely like
Yeah.
you know
I think with him is when he was doing stupid stuff with the puck, it wasn't, like, dangerous or anything.
yeah it was like the one face off, and even that
So
was
it was
like
like
it was
yeah.
at center ice. Like come on,
So it was tolerable, like, he was just trying stuff, and I feel like you can't fault him for that, and he has some of those games, but he finishes with a goal and 2 assists, so really, I can't complain.
yeah. I think that's about it for right now.
That's about all I have. I have to wake up at 5:30, and I'm gonna set my alarm right now.
Yeah, everybody go say hi to Blake at work.
Wish me luck. Mhm. Hopefully, my shift shows up on
On
time
time.
so I can walk into an open store.
It is 1P. All right. Oh wait, it was 2 L's. All right. Well, everybody, we'll see you. We'll see you on Saturday for game 2. It's a little weird starting on the road. It's been a while. Like seriously, I can't. When was the last time the Avs started on the road? Was it 2017, 2018? It might have been.
In New York? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird vibes.
Good vibes.
Good vibes.
Turning the page.
Different. It's a different, everything's different. Everything
It's a
changes.
it was just a workman-like blue collar effort tonight, and I
Get
appreciated it.
get your lunch pail.
It was a lunch pail effort.
Yeah. All right, everybody. One dub down, 81 to go. Well, actually, 97 to go. God,
You
that's a
gotta
lot
look
of.
big. You gotta look bigger picture.
Yeah, bigger picture. Exactly. Bye, everybody.